welcome back to the NHL on MHS.
Scores! It's scoring!
What a shot!
Shot scores!
That is your winner.
Scores! A highlight reel goal as the Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
We welcome you to UBS Arena as the New York Rangers come to Elmont, New York to face the New York Islanders. The Battle of New York renews once again inside of the UBS Arena on Wednesday Night Rivalry. Hello everybody, I'm Max. Glad you're with us here on the NHL and MHS. The Islanders, a surprising start to the season, and 50 games in or so, they are third in the Metropolitan Division, and one of the reasons why they have been so good is because of the young defenseman in Matthew Schaefer. He has been a great addition. A recent trade happened between the New York Rangers and the New York Islanders. Only the fourth or fifth time that a trade has happened between those two teams, as they got Carson Soucy. So the Soucy with the Rangers, he had 3 goals, 5 assists, and 8 points in a plus or minus 4. And then literally the next day, the Islanders traded with their other rival, the New Jersey Devils, to get Andre Palat. Only 4 goals this season, 6 assists, 10 points, but could be very crucial in their push to the playoffs. Right now, they would meet the Pittsburgh Penguins. And for the New York Rangers, we just got word before the broadcast even started that Artemi Panarin is out, and he is going to be out till potentially the Olympic break if nothing happens, because he is out for roster management. And they're exploring trade options right now. And a lot of teams interested in Artemi Panarin, with the Dallas Stars, Colorado Avalanche, Detroit Red Wings, Carolina Hurricanes. A lot of teams interested in Artemi Panarin. We'll see how that situation goes right now. But we have a good game here. Battle over New York. The Islanders, goal differential in this season series, 7-0. The Rangers trying to dent that and trying to get a piece in this series. We will be right back with Puck Drop coming up next here on the NHL and MHS. We'll be back. welcome you back to the NHL and MHS's coverage of the NHL game between the New York Rangers and the New York Islanders. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast here, Andre Palat and Carson Soucy now in the lineup for the New York Islanders. And now Max Zublikov is out of the Islanders. They lose a pick, but will that help them push them to a very good, maybe good chance for a long run? They have been very good this season, electric. They have 30 games remaining, and they have 61 points, 2 behind the Penguins, and right behind them, the Rangers are at 50 points, 29 games left in the season, trying to save it somehow, because right now they're going to need a miracle to even just make the playoffs right now, the New York Rangers. So we will see if that's going to be the case here. Can they pull off a crazy comeback in this late stretch of the season and potentially get into the playoffs? They're going to need a good start here. They won their last game in New York on Monday against the Boston Bruins. Matthew Robertson with the overtime winner in that one. They look to continue that momentum here, as we will be right back with Puck Drop coming up next. Back, everybody. This NHL and MHS broadcast brought to you by Max Out Sports, premiering this Friday here on MHS Network. Welcome you back in, everybody. The Rangers and the Islanders here inside of the UBS Arena. A very interesting matchup. The Islanders 7-0 goal differential against these New York Rangers this season, taking the 2 previously, one here in UBS Arena and the other one back in Madison Square Garden. Starting goalies for tonight, Spencer Martin for the New York Rangers, and still Shesterkin is injured. And David Rittich in net for the New York Islanders. He has been a solid backup for them. Sorokin, their starter, obviously. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, no Artemi Panarin. Here in this one, the Tri-State is just it's unbelievable. And we'll see what we see out of this one for sure. And this is going to be interesting. 22-25-6, the Rangers' record. They are 16-12-2 on the road. David Rittich, .902 save percentage, 11-7-3 in 21 games. 2 shutouts for him, 2.57 goals against average. Spencer Martin's only played 5 games, 1 win, 2 losses, a 3.90 goals against average, and an .865 save percentage. Andre Palat, his first game with the New York Islanders, was with the New Jersey for 51 games, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Makes his Islanders debut tonight. Here at home, Carson Soucy, the former Ranger, 46 games. And 8 points plus 4 rating, 66 block shots. He averaged more than 17 minutes of ice time. We're underway here inside of the UBS Arena. The Battle of New York, Part 3 this season begins as this battle along the boards. Fought for Perreault trying to get it free. Zibanejad out there. This is the top line, I believe. Perreault lost it. Poke check. Gavrikov couldn't get it. Poked ahead here. Here's Palat. Palat lost it along the boards there as it's played to Miller. Right through the middle. Schneider carries it through center ice. Zibanejad dropped it. Miller. Miller a shot! And it goes wide! Oh, and it goes out of play as well. Oh, man, a glorious opportunity right there for JT Miller. And I don't know what that hit. I think maybe Riddick got a piece of that. But a good chance there. Oh, right off the bar. Right off the crossbar. The elbow of the post and crossbar. And so close for the Rangers to get a 1-0 lead here in this one. Instead, it remains scoreless. This battle along the boards and one off the face-off, and it's cleared down, and Martin's way out to play it. Stretch past no one. It's there. Icing on the Rangers. That was a dangerous pass. Cooley, Trocheck, and Lafreniere the top line because Panarin's out. Zibanejad, Miller, and Perreault were the second line. Othman, Laba, and Radish the third line. Brodzinski, Carrick, Rempe the fourth line. Defense and pairings here for the New York Rangers. Gavrikov, Schneider, Robertson and Borgen, and Vakanainen and Morrow. Back in on side, Lafreniere's shot blocked and poke checked away by Riddick. Here come the Islanders, stolen away though by Trocheck, could never handle the puck cleanly there as it was taken away by Barzal, shot back into the far corner. Trocheck trying to get it. Robertson along the boards, got the overtime winner on Monday against the Bruins, as we previously mentioned before the puck dropped. Trying to get momentum here. It was only their second win in the last 10 games. As here is Barzal dropping it off to the point. Couldn't handle it. Mayfield will get it at center ice. Plays it across through the middle. Drouin going for a change. And Mayfield gets it once again. Flipped up to center. Knocked down off the glove. Big hit along the boards. This might be physical. Might be a physical game. Always with the Battle of New York. You never know what to expect here. It's played along the boards. Radish couldn't get it, and now it's moved ahead here. Rangers player was down behind the play. Martin out the play. Vakanainen uses the boards to move it ahead here as Othman gets it out to center ice. Here's Rempe. Couldn't handle the pass, and stolen away here by Holmstrom. The Islanders third in the division. 2 points behind the Penguins. Looking to have a good run here, and maybe we could see another Islanders-Pittsburgh series. Played along the boards as it's played nicely along the perimeter by Cizikas. Cizikas tried to center one. That couldn't go. Gatcomb, long shot from the point, got blocked on the way through. Cizikas back to the point. Using the boards, it is deflected in deep into the corner. McLean trying to get it. Lost to the Gavrikov, who has some trouble with it. McLean finished his check right there. And dumped back in by New York. Carrick, Rempe. Carrick trying to get in that far corner. Deflected along the boards, and it's played here. And Pelech is awaiting the pass. D'Angelo has it right now in front of his own net. 3 minutes into the first period here at the UBS Arena. Moved ahead here nicely there by Heineman. Got held up at the blue line. No penalty. Robertson along the boards. Zibanejad trying to fish it free. Played back to the point. Pulock was trying to get it back, but then it was intercepted there by Zibanejad. Here is Perreault. Poke checked away. Schaefer was trying to get it. Miller behind the net. Miller, two bodies behind the net there. Miller fell down. Pops into the slot. Zibanejad's shot was blocked on the way through. And here come the Islanders, 3-on-2. Leading the rush is Bo Horvat. Dropped it off. Heineman, a shot that was blocked on the way through. Good chance there as it's played along the boards. Horvat trying to get it. And the Rangers will flip it back out to center ice as they'll go for a change. Pulock plays it for Schaefer. Matthew Schaefer, what a season he's had. 13 goals, 21 assists, 34 points. This is unbelievable. Shot, save, rebound! Save, May Martin. 15:53 left to go. And the Islanders are the only 2 shots of the game. This was Schaefer leading the rush right here. Schaefer was on that boards, took the sneaky shot, popped back out of Martin's glove, and Barzal just trying to get the rebound, never could handle it as he was pressured by Trocheck and Gavrikov. And so the first chance there for the Islanders. Face-off inside of the Rangers zone. Mayfield, the shot that deflected wide off the block. Mayfield's parked in front of the net. No, he's at the point. Mayfield, the shot. Save made as it was sticked away there by Martin. Duclair trying to get it, lost it. And here come the Rangers the other way. Cooley. Stretch pass ahead, and Trocheck got hooked down, and he takes the goaltender down. David Riddick went down as Trocheck took him down as he was getting hooked down to the ice. Oh, wow. Crowd not liking that. Barzal dropped it off. Barzal gets his own pass. Drops it to the point. No one was there, and they have to reset. Pulock to Schaefer. Back for Pulock again, and the Schaefer pass was a little bit out of the reach of Pulock. He'll retreat back. Pulock plays it off the boards. Out to center it goes. Lee chasing to the puck. Anders Lee to the net, and he lost the shot, and then the follow-up was blocked. Shot wide of the net on the rebound. Pajot back to the point. Pulock across. Schaefer. Nice move, Schaefer. Schaefer driving to the net. Goes behind the net now. Schaefer back to the point. Long shot. It was stopped. Pulock shot from the point. Lee reverses it back, and then it's turned over to the Rangers as they'll move it ahead. Othman. Big check along the boards. Oh, that's a dirty hit. Uh-oh. That looked like a very bad hit there. Othman got nailed along the boards. Oh, man. That was Schaefer, too. Oh! That might have gotten his face or chin on that part of the bench, the top part of the bench, and he went down in a heap. Ugh. That's when Trocheck fell and then took down Riddick. It's been physical, but not for the right reasons. It's just been accidental. 5 hits for the Islanders, none for the Rangers. I think maybe you could call that Riddick hit was a hit right there by Trocheck. They don't count as it's played along the boards. Perreault behind the net. Zibanejad lost it. Miller could not hold it in as it's moved ahead here by the Islanders and Holmstrom. Played by Martin way out of the net. Zibanejad between the legs pass here for Perreault. Perreault spins away from pressure. Miller into the corner. D'Angelo trying to force him off the puck there. Zibanejad trying to get it. Cizikas now getting a little bit hooked there by Zibanejad, but was able to move the puck ahead. Nice pass here. Knocked down, and Gatcomb will get it back. Gatcomb behind the net. Into the corner, Cizikas. The referee moved out of the way. Schneider. Gatcomb pressuring him from behind as it's pinned along the boards. Shots are 4-0 Islanders here in the first period. 6.5 minutes into the opening period of this game. D'Angelo delays. D'Angelo looking for a perfect pass. Oh, what a save. Or might have just went wide. A backhander blocked. Rebound shot blocked as well. Oh, man, that was a perfect play there by D'Angelo, and they couldn't get the finish. Horvat feeds it. Heineman. Heineman, backhand pass for Horvat is poke checked away. What a read. Rempe uses the glass to clear it. Here it's shot back in by Heineman. Played along the boards for Horvat across, and that couldn't go. Heineman. Carrick. 4-0 still. The shots favoring the Islanders. The Rangers trying to get some offense going here, but the Islanders have been putting pressure on them in the offensive zone, and they really haven't gone to the Islanders side of things, or the Islanders side of the ice here in the game. Back in onside, Trocheck trying to get in the corner. As it's played along the boards here, Soucy was trying to get it for the Islanders, and it is played out to center ice. Cizikas was trying to get it, shot back in by the Rangers. Backhand pass, Susie. And cleared out the center, intercepted, but stolen right away there by Duclair. Here's Barzell the other way, through center ice, gaining some speed. Barzell behind the net. Matthew Barzell waits, feeds it back to the point for Schaefer. Feeds it into the corner, lost the handle. And using the boards, the Rangers will ice it. 11:42 to go here in the first period. A good game so far, but we're still scoreless. This is a great pass here by D'Angelo backdoor. Oh, it wasn't a save. It was just, that was Horvat. That did not get much on that pass or on his stick, the puck. And he kind of flubbed it right there and hit the outside of the net. Good opportunity might have gone to a waste right there. That was a perfect pass there by Tony D'Angelo. Holmstrom wins the face-off. D'Angelo, a backhander, blocked on the way through. Laba turned it over at the blue line to Holmstrom. Holmstrom holds on to it, pressured by Lava from behind. Holmstrom trying to draw a penalty here. Holmstrom feeds it into the corner. Lee back up top to the point. That's broken up at center. And here come the Rangers the other way trying to counter as it's dumped back in here by Radish as it's played along the boards and moved ahead here by Tony D'Angelo. Shot back in on the backhand by Brodzinski. Pellick along the boards in his own zone, got pinned up along the wall by Carrick as the puck is fought for still in that corner. 9 minutes into the first period here at the UBS Arena in Elmont, New York. Shot blocked on the way through. Carrick trying to get it. Pellick trying to pin it up along the wall. Vakanainen gets the pass back, or tried to. Carrick, as Holmstrom was pressuring him, off a skate and is cleared out to center. Vakanainen goes for a change as he shoots it back in. And the Islanders will move it ahead 2-on-2 with some speed. Gatcomb, a shot blocked on the way through. Oh, that was a good chance there. Sazika dropped a shot. That goes well wide. The goaltender did not know where that puck went. Gatcomb behind the net, spins away from pressure from Rempe. Gatcomb back to the point. Held in. Feeds it low in the high slot. Schaefer trying to hold it, and he will. What a keep by Schaefer. Glove save on that point shot. Easily stopped there by Spencer Martin. 10:09 to go. Scoreless, but the Islanders with all the shots here in the game. We'll be back. Welcome you back, everybody, here inside of the UBS Arena. And the New York Islanders have all the shots here in the game. 10:09 remaining here in the first period. Yeah, Andre Palat, almost 900 games in the National Hockey League. 155 of them played in the playoffs. 51 goals in the playoff career, 52 assists. That could be very important for the Islanders coming into this playoff run. Horvat in the face-off dot against the Benajed. Horvat wins the draw as it's pulled back to the point for Schaefer. Across for Pollock. Into the corner, Palat trying to get it. They got Palat here with Heineman and Horvat. This is the line right now, as Pollock will play it for Schaefer. It's very odd to see the Islanders use two New York teams to get trades. It is very odd, especially the Rangers in them trading. It hadn't happened in a very long time, since the 1970s. Zibanejad chipped it ahead. Lost it. Back out the center it goes. Schaefer trying to receive the pass. Is dumped back in instead of the far corner. Schaefer trying to get it. Pressured by Robertson. Played into the corner. Gavrikov. Into the middle. Zibanejad touch passes it for Robertson. Back for Zibanejad. Backhands it back in. 6-0. The shots favoring the Islanders here in the game. Tony DeAngelo behind the net. Cooley fell down trying to get it away from Barzal. Cooley spins Barzal but could never get the puck. Drouin along the boards. Reverses it back and out of the reach there of Barzal, but a stretch pass here for Duclair. Duclair feeds across ice. In front for Barzal and a save! Martin, what a stop! 8:51 to go. They were looking to set that one up for Barzal. Instead, big stop by Martin. Or kind of rolled there. We'll be back. 8:51 left to go. And we're welcoming you back here inside of the UBS Arena. And there's 28-19-5 with 61 points. There's Mike Sullivan of the New York Rangers. He's a Team USA head coach. See what he does in the Olympics. They're just a couple of days away. And I'm pretty interested in what we have in the Olympics. We will also cover Olympic hockey here on MHS Network. All the way to the gold medal game on February 22nd on Sunday. And hopefully bring you as much coverage as we can. Shot from the point. Deflected on Martin and the save made. 7-0 the shots favoring the Islanders here in the game. It is unbelievable how the Rangers have not gotten even one. Almost halfway through, Trocheck couldn't get it. The Islanders are putting a forecheck right now that the Rangers could not handle. They could not compete. And then that looked like a penalty, and it is. A slash. Trocheck trying to argue his case here, but the Islanders are going to go to the power play. That was a clear one. And I believe Alexei Lafreniere maybe gets the penalty here. Yes, he does. He just, that's a easily breakable stick. Kind of broke easily. You know what? It is a penalty. It's still slashing, but that was easily breakable there. And Barzal was like, hey, what the heck? Called, yeah, that from that angle now, it does look bad. And there's no way they could argue that. So, Alexei Lafreniere to the box, and so the Rangers will have to get on the penalty kill here, and the Islanders are going to go to the power play for the first time tonight. See if they can get something here. They get the opening goal of the game. Horvat along the boards trying to get it. Punched free, and it's another penalty upcoming here, and it's going to go against the Islanders right off the draw. Oh, wow. So 4-on-4 for 1:51, barring any other penalties. And that's Bo Horvat taking the penalty for interference. Horvat's looking around like, wait, me? Let's see here. He does slash the stick all the way into the crowd of Zibanejad's stick. And some fan, a Rangers fan, he got the stick. That's crazy. And the Islanders now giving the stick back. Wow. One of the fans, he can't get it over the glass. Wow. So the man didn't keep the stick, and I guess Zibanejad wanted his stick there. 8:18 left to go here in the first period. So 4-on-4 hockey. Only 9 seconds of a Islanders power play. A backhander wide. Oh, man. Will Borgen with the opportunity. Probably the best chance that the Rangers have had here in the game, and there's not even a shot on goal. So Horvat for interference, a penalty there. Minute and a half left to go on this 4-on-4. Maybe opens up some things here with the two less attackers on the ice as it's turned over here and maybe a 2-on-1, but Miller lost control of the puck. He had to retreat. Yeah, man, that is brutal. That could have been an odd man rush for the Rangers, and Miller just mishandled it. Zibanejad has Miller cutting. Miller dropped it into the middle. Shot, Vakanainen in the save. Man, that's the first shot for the New York Rangers in the game. Back the other way. Here come the Islanders. Holmstrom. Holmstrom holds on to it. Holmstrom, high slot. Holmstrom deflected off a stick and turned right back over to the Rangers. Schneider forced it back in. Holmstrom written off the play there. And Cooley shows a check there. Barzal rims it back behind the net. As it's Polak with the puck. Ahead now. Holmstrom. Holmstrom, a nice move. Holmstrom, another penalty upcoming. He's going against the Rangers. And a 4-on-3 power play. I believe it's Scott Morrow going to the box. And a 31-second power play for the Islanders. It will be a 4-on-3 power play. Yeah, very nice move by Holmstrom right there. And Morrow, that could have been the slash right there on Trocheck. No, it should have been on Trocheck, I think. I think that was Trocheck's penalty. Yeah, it is. I was about to say, Morrow wasn't the one who took the penalty there. So Barzal, Lee, Heineman, and Schaefer out here on the power play. Matthew Schaefer with 6 goals, a defenseman scoring the most in this power play unit. 4-on-3 power play here for the Islanders. Heineman waits, back for Schaefer. Across, one-timer blocked on the way through by Borgen and cleared by the Rangers. Riddick plays it in front of the net. Here is Matthew Schaefer. Schaefer through center ice. We'll move it ahead. Schaefer's cutting towards the front of the net as well as Lee. Horvat. Or pardon me, Barzal. Here's Schaefer. Shot! Save made by Martin. Rebound Barzal. 4-on-4 again. Barzal holds on to it. Barzal feeds it into the corner. Schaefer trying to look for a man in front. Couldn't. Goes back to the point. Heineman. Schaefer holds it at the blue line. Schaefer across. Waiting for the option here into the middle. Horvat. Nice pass. Heineman. Glove save. Martin. What a save. On a nice passing play by the Islanders. And now an Islanders power play with 1:06 left to go on it. Oh, wow. What a block there by Borgen. And then this Schaefer opportunity. Where's that hit? Oh, the deflection by Lee hit the pad. Spencer Martin not doing too bad in net so far. And he fell down when he made that glove save. Standing up, by the way, too. 7-1, the shots favoring the Islanders. 1:06 left to go here in the power play. 6:04 remaining here in the first period. We'll have our intermission report and a special announcement to make here on the MHS Network. And Chipped away here as it's Will Cooley the other way. Short-handed. Cooley has Miller. Cooley to Miller. Missed the shot there as he could not handle the pass. Wow. Perfect opportunity on a 2-on-1 and Miller. Team USA flubbed it. Barzal. Along the boards, Duclair forces it back to the point. D'Angelo. Moving it nicely here on this power play. Barzal back for D'Angelo. 35 to go on the power play. Barzal holds on to it. Duclair's in the middle. Tony D'Angelo feeds it across in the circle. Drouin. Back for D'Angelo. Across. Shot! Blocked by someone in front of the net, but it was Duclair the opportunity. And the Islanders just trying to get some movement, but they're kind of stuck in the perimeter. And nice job here by the Rangers penalty killing squad to keep them to the outside. That ramped off a stick right in front. This is the 2-on-1 opportunity. D'Angelo was back. Oh, I think D'Angelo got a stick on that puck, and that's why it was rolling at the end, and that's why Miller could not hold on to it. Wow. From the faceoff, Schaefer. Across. Here's Holmstrom's shot. Blocked on the way through. Loose puck in front. Karen's back. Schaefer shot. That just missed wide. Schaefer again from the blue line. Holds on to it. Holmstrom. Centered shot. And he scores! Andre Palat! His first goal with the Islanders. A power play goal. A nice setup. This one right on the slot. This one counted for a moment. The other chance. Then Schaefer shooting it wide on the other opportunity. Schaefer, a nice pass. Touch play here. Triangle, kind of. Palat was open. And he gets his first with the New York Islanders. And with more than 5 minutes left to go here in the first period, the Islanders strike first here in their home arena. And on their 8th shot of the game, the Rangers still stuck at 1. Less than 5 to go. Into the corner. McLean looks to center one. That couldn't go. McLean in the corner. Cooley trying to get it. That's the 5th goal of the season for Andre Palat. Again, as we mentioned, first with the Islanders. Off that trade from New Jersey. Played along the boards as it's still jammed up. It is still jammed up, and Morrow and McLean getting a little bit physical there. Morrow picks up the puck now. Scott Morrow ahead, touchback Laba. Othman, that is miscommunication all around there for the Rangers. Islanders lead 1-0 here at UBS Arena in Elmont, New York. That pass deflected. Pajot plays it back up top to the point. Mayfield across. And moved ahead here. Onside shot! Oh, what a save, Martin. He might have got the shoulder on that one. Pajot with the opportunity. 3:55 to go. Palat with his first with the Islanders. Makes it 1-0. We'll be back, everybody. Welcome you back, everybody, inside of the UBS Arena, Max, and not inside, obviously, just doing the game, but thank you all for watching. We'll have our announcement coming up soon on the first intermission, and with 3:55 left to go here in the first period, Andre Palat, his first with the Islanders, and they've made it a 1-0 lead here with 3:55 left to go in the first period, and that is his 5th goal of the season. Pajot and Miller in the faceoff, died inside the Rangers zone. D'Angelo's shot deflected in! The Islanders make it 2-0. Holmstrom with the goal. This is just a face-off win. You got to win the face-off. Face-offs are so important in hockey. Pajot wins it. D'Angelo from the blue line surveyed his option, had Holmstrom cutting on that back door kinda, and a deflection, and the Islanders take a 2-0 lead. This season's series, a 9-0 goal differential for the New York Islanders. The Rangers have not scored in this season's series against the Islanders. It's unbelievable. That one goes out of play. Will that be a delay of game penalty? It may be. I think it is. Is it not? No, no, never mind. Or is it? Yes, it is. I think it is. Tony DeAngelo, never mind. 11-1. The shots favoring the Islanders. Tony DeAngelo in his career with the Islanders, 8 goals, 33 assists. His debut just last year around this time on the 25th. And 87 games with the Islanders. He has been a nice addition for them. Miller behind the net. Rangers looking to respond here to make it a 2-1 game and try to score in this season's series against the New York Islanders. Pelech trying to clear it. Couldn't. Turned over. Perreault, a backhander. Save made! What a save there by Riddick. Holmstrom with his 13th of the season as the Islanders re-enter. Into the corner. It was Palat trying to get it. Here come the Rangers the other way. Here's Miller. Miller in. Shot! Blocked into the corner. That says Palat right to the middle. Palat passed it. Horvat. Nice between the legs move right there. Horvat across. That blocked in front in the high slot. Trocheck feeds into the middle. Schneider. Onside. Schneider shot wide and caromed off the boards. Riddick covers it with 2:45 to go here in the first period. Rangers with 2 shots here in the game. Yikes. It is yikes for the New York Rangers right now. They have not played very well in this one, and they're trailing by 2 goals already here in the game. Entering tonight, 87 games, 33 assists, 41 points in 88 games or so for Tony DeAngelo. Cooley drops it to the point. Cooley along the boards. Trocheck trying to get in the corner. He will. Pressure from behind by Drouin. Cooley. Lafreniere trying to fish it free. Tied up along the boards. Mayfield. Still stuck along the boards. It looked like a high stick, and that's going to be a penalty upcoming on the Islanders. And the Rangers will go to the power play. Will it be a 2 or a 4? Trocheck was down. And so, a New York Rangers power play. Will it be a 4 or a 2 minute? We'll see. Jonathan Drouin to the box. Was he bleeding? Let's see. Yep, that's a high stick right there. There's no follow through right there either because Trocheck had the puck. So it wasn't a follow through. It can't be a follow through there. It's obviously Trocheck has the puck there, so it's obviously not a follow through right there. So Drouin does take the penalty, high sticking. I'm still waiting if it's a 4 or a 2 minute. I'm not sure if Trocheck was bleeding at all. There's Patrick Waugh, the head coach of the New York Islanders. Off the draw, one here. Lafreniere feeds it to the point. Into the corner. From Gavrikov into the middle. Nice backhand move by Lafreniere and a save made. Gavrikov across. Here's A centering feed, Lafreniere, and off the goalpost. It did not go. Gavrikov. Oh, it went wide. Oh, wow. Miller to Gavrikov. Has Zibanejad in that one-time position right there in the circle. Zibanejad scores! One-timer. And the Rangers are on the board. His 22nd goal of the season. And he a quick release right there. Zibanejad was just wide open in that backdoor feed. Wow. 2-1. And the Islanders lead cut in half on the third shot by the Rangers. Hey, it's such a short side shot. You could barely tell it was in. Miller, a great pass here. Wow. That is unbelievable. That is such a great pass by JT Miller. And Zibanejad with the finish. And it's now a 2-1 game. A power play goal by the New York Rangers gets them back in the hockey game. That was on their fourth shot, by the way. That was offside at the line with 1:50 left to go here in the first period. 2-1. Islanders leading it now. And now Holmstrom is the difference in the game. But a huge goal by Mika Zibanejad here. The last 13 games, 10 goals, 11 assists, and 21 points for him. And he has been on fire on a Rangers team that really needs the offense to get going to make that push to the playoffs if they can even get a push here. They get a power play goal, though, and they respond from the two Islanders goals that started off the game. Palat and Holmstrom on the deflection, and Zibanejad now making it a 2-1 game on the power play with less than 2 minutes left to go here in this first period. Miller and Gavrikov with the assist, the power play goal at 18:02. Played back to the point here by Mayfield. Swung back into the corner. And it's turned over right here at the blue line. Here come the Rangers the other way. Johnson in the middle. Othman shot. That got blocked into the corner. Othman with an opportunity. Into the corner. Less than a minute left to go here in the first period. Gavrikov's shot deflected wide. To the corner. Schneider holds on to it. Rangers putting pressure here. Looking to tie the game late here in the first period. Gavrikov's shot deflected and the save made. Riddick. And Holmstrom trying to backhand it out of the zone. Pajot will get it out to center. Gavrikov will go back for the puck. No icing here. 35 to go on the first period. And it's flipped back in onside. Carrick has a man cutting in Rempe, and he can never get the pass to him. Gatcomb the other way for the Islanders. Gatcomb into the corner. Cizikas forced it behind the net. Fed back to the point. Schaefer for Pulock. Pulock, a nice move. Pulock dropped it for Schaefer. Schaefer to Pulock, a one-timer. Save made Martin with 8.3 left to go. A reminder, our intermission report coming up next after this first period, as we love that you're tuning in with us here on this great matchup, great night for hockey. And the Battle of New York delivers. Right now, at least in this first period. 14-5, the shots favoring the Islanders, but it's a 2-1 game. Zibanejad with the power play goal. That made it 2-1. Zibanejad wins the draw here, and Robertson will slap it off the boards. Can't get it out of the zone just yet as Schaefer held it in. 2 seconds to go in the period. Centering pass that gets broken up by Robertson. That'll end the first 20 of the game. And the Islanders with a 2-1 lead over the New York Rangers. Palat gets his first with the Islanders. And the difference right now, Holmstrom's goal. We'll be back with our intermission report coming up next year on the NHL on MHS. bring you back inside in the intermission report, the NHL and MHS, as the Islanders have a 2-1 lead over the New York Rangers after 20. Here is what is happening in the stats around the National Hockey League and in our game right here. And let's turn that off real quick. 2-1. The Rangers are trailing the New York Islanders, but they got the last goal of the game. The Islanders with 2 goals, and they have 15 shots on goal. Rangers with 6 shots on goal. And a 2-1 game. Andre Palat traded from New Jersey to the Islanders. Power play for the Islanders. Schaefer, great pass here by Holmstrom. Palat slaps that one home from the slot. First goal for Palat with the New York Islanders. And they take a 1-0 lead. Holmstrom and Schaefer with the assists at 14:59. We had a lot of scoring in the last 5 minutes of this game. Of this first period, at least. Then after a TV timeout, 13th of the season by Holmstrom, D'Angelo and Pajot with the assists. Here's how it went. D'Angelo, the shot, deflected off of the stick of Holmstrom at the side of the cage, who was tied up with, I believe, Borgen. Let's rewind that again. I think he was tied up with Borgen. Or who was it? Let's see. Let's go rewind on this. Yes, he was paired up with Borgen right there. Borgen could not get the stick lifted there, and so the tip and shot goes in, and the goal there by Holmstrom. Then a power play for New York moments later. And Zibanejad, this is just such a great pass. Such a great hockey play here by JT Miller. The patience, the will to pass it to Zibanejad. Fires it from short side angle. And the Rangers on the power play, 1 for 1. Islanders 1 for 2. And those are the face-offs, 55% in favor of the Islanders. They won 12 of 22. Rangers with 10 out of 22. That go-ahead goal right now was burned because the Rangers cannot win a face-off. They have to be more aware of that. But the face-offs have been kind of even here. But the one face-off that they did lose cost them right there. Penalty minutes 4-4, 14-10 the hits favoring the Rangers, 7-5 the block shots favoring the Rangers as well. The giveaway 6-2 in favor of the Islanders, 3-2 the takeaways favoring the New York Rangers. The season series coming into this game, the Rangers had not scored against the Islanders. 9 straight goals. On November 8th, a 5-0 win for the Islanders at Madison Square Garden. December 27th, a 2-0 win by the Islanders here at the UBS Arena. Rangers finally scored that Zibanejad goal, finally ended that goalless streak against the Islanders this season. It almost just took them 7 periods to get a goal against the New York Islanders this year. But they're back in the game, and it should be a very good second period for the Rangers. They have to be more offensive here. They're getting trapped here by the Islanders in their way of just defending so well on their forecheck. They have been very well on that tonight. And for the Islanders, keep doing what you're doing. Even though that last part of the first period was looking like the Rangers were getting momentum, that was a solid first period. And just continue your game plan, and it was looking good so far. When we come back, we'll talk about the other scores around the National Hockey League and a special announcement here for the MHS Network. And we'll be right back here on the Intermission Report. We'll be back. news right now from insider sources regarding Artemi Panarin and his future with the New York Rangers and his trading situation. He is head out of the lineup, obviously, due to this roster management stuff. And let's give you an update on that. And we heard from Chris Johnston, where the New York Rangers committed to holding Artemi Panarin out of their lineup until the February 4th Olympic roster freeze. Sources say the pending UFA is seeking a contract extension as part of signing off on any trade. That may leave some teams out of the picture now, like maybe Dallas or Vegas or maybe Colorado. And I mean, if he wants to go to maybe a contender, this might be, I don't know what y'all think about this. He could potentially go to the Detroit Red Wings because they have the cap room. They are able to give him an extension. I mean, who wouldn't want Patrick Kane and Panarin to reunite, and then DeBrincat as well? That might be a line to see in the playoffs. Yeah, but Panarin held up, and yeah, it's just looking bleaker and bleaker for some teams. Let's look at the other scores around the National Hockey League, and then we'll go back to break one more time, and then puck drop will be after that. 1-1 in Columbus. Yeah, against the Flyers. Coyle made it 1-0 with a 12th goal of the season. Olivier and Werenski with assists 38 seconds into the game. Then at 9:03, Travis Konechny tied it. York and Juleson with the assists on that tie game in Columbus. Right now, the Senators and Avalanche are playing right now. 8:48 left to go in the first period. Senators and Avalanche scoreless right now, but the shots are 6-2 in favor of the Ottawa Senators as of the moment. In our game, it is 2-1. Islanders leading it. Holmstrom the go-ahead, but Zibanejad gets them back on the board. We'll be back, everybody, with the second period coming up next. Welcome you back inside of the UBS Arena. The Islanders with a 2-1 lead over the New York Rangers. And we have a very nice game coming up ahead. And with the second period, you got to think for the New York Rangers, they have to improve on some things. They need more offense. That's what they need. Only a minute and 25 of O-zone possession time. Slot-driven plays 10. Not much. There are only 5 high danger chances. 7 for the Islanders. They have to get more offense quickly because that is something they are lacking here in the game. There's Palat, who scored his first goal with the Islanders here tonight after the trade from New Jersey. And now it's Carson Soucy's turn if he could do that. Because he is waiting for that. I mean, he got traded from the New York Rangers to the Islanders. I don't think he even had to move. He's not even that far away. The Madison Square Garden and the UBS Arena. I don't think he even had to move. Maybe a longer commute, but maybe that's it. Miller and Horvat in the face-off dot at center ice to begin the second period. Miller, Horvat, underway in the second. Played by Riddick behind the net. And it's held up behind the net here by Pollock. Deflected it ahead. Back in onside. Horvat. Horvat's shot. Slicked away there by Martin. They give the Rangers now 7 shots after the first period. Shot back in by the Rangers once again. Zibanejad out there. Schaefer got hit there by Miller. Into the middle. Zibanejad trying to get it. Miller mishandled it. Here come the Islanders, 3-on-2. Schaefer ahead. Schaefer into the middle. Palat. Back for Schaefer. A shot save. Rebound shot save again by Martin. What a stop. Heineman was just robbed there by Spencer Martin. Or else it would have been a 3-1 Islanders lead. Wow. That's unbelievable. Let's see, the shot right here, and he never even got a shot away. Oh, he got blocked on the way through. And yeah, Palat was trying to get the rebound, and Spencer Martin sprawling to the side of the cage was able to make the save. 61% face-off percentage here for the Islanders here in the game, as that's increased from our intermission report. Borgen will play it along the wall. Out to center it goes. This is poked ahead here by Will Cooley. Cooley along the ball. Trocheck along the boards. Trocheck gets it back. Feeds it back to the point where no one was there. Played by Martin behind his own net. Drouin pressuring. Borgen could not receive the touch pass there, and a turnover here leads to a chance. Goes back to the point for Duclair. Anthony Duclair, high slot. Duclair still with the puck. Leaves it. Here's some speed by Barzell. Barzell across from the circle. Shot! And that's stopped. Tony DeAngelo the opportunity. From the circle, 1 minute and 28 seconds into the middle frame. Here inside of the Elmont, New York, and look at the January 5th. Since Shesterkin's injury, Jonathan Quick and Spencer Martin have had to hold the fort. Both of them only been able to get 1 win. For Quick in 7, and the last game he won was just Monday. That's the only game he's won. That was against Boston in overtime. Matthew Robertson got the game-winning goal at MSG. Yikes for the New York Rangers in their goaltending situation without Shesterkin. Holmstrom behind the net. Holmstrom in the corner. Lee behind the net mishandled the pass. Lee gets it back. Forced it. As Pajot was running off the play. Mayfield back to the point. Holmstrom. Holmstrom's shot was blocked. Mayfield deflected into the middle and then down the circle. And not held in by the Islanders. It's cleared back out to center ice. They retreat here. Lee lost it, and oh man, Soucy looks like he's a little bit of a discomfort right there. Oh, big hit right in front of the penalty boxes. Here is Rempe. Rempe looks to center. Carrick back to the point. Shot blocked on the way through. Loose puck, Brodzinski. Back to the point again. Carrick poked into the corners. They were having a miscommunication there. Rempe looked like he got high stick, no penalty. Goes back to the point for Schneider. Schneider, high slot, shot, save made, rebound was there, and they whack a hack in that. And now Rempe gets physical in front of the net with some of the Islanders. Riddick made the stop, though. Been that kind of night for the Rangers, and Rempe was kind of the screen there. Riddick continued to try to whack at it, too, after the whistle. Riddick had it, and then Riddick looked up at Rempe like, hey, what are you doing? I have the puck. And then Rempe just laughs about it on the bench. He knows what he did. Othman and, that was Mayfield, pardon me. That was not Carson Soucy. That was Mayfield. Played along the boards. Moved ahead here, Heineman. Schaefer goes back. Schaefer, backhand pass back. Oh, he's got hit in the corner as well. Held in by the Rangers Perreault for just a moment. Miller shoots it back in. Miller and Zibanejad out there. Those are the two combining for that power play goal that gave the Rangers life here in the game. Miller trying to feed it down low for Zibanejad. That could not go. And back up the other way is Zizekas. McLean forced off by Schneider. Written off as it's moved ahead here by Zibanejad. Miller will shoot it back in from center, and he'll go for a change. Here's Tony DeAngelo gaining some speed through center ice. Shooting it back in from center ice right there. And Borgen couldn't get it out of the zone. Pelech holds it in. Shot to the far corner. Horvat looks to center one. That couldn't go. Hit the side of the cage instead. This has been a very physical game and a lot of hits here by the New York Islanders. Lafreniere misplayed that pass, and now Horvat trying to speed to the puck there, and he couldn't. Trocheck ahead now. Trocheck dropped it for Cooley. Cooley shoots over the net. Out to center it goes. One-on-one the other way. Drag move. Oh, what a nice move almost for Barzal. Schneider ahead now for Trocheck. Trocheck on the outside. Forced off by Mayfield. Schneider will hold it in. Played along the boards. As it's played here nicely by Radish. Feeding it back up top of the point. Schneider a shot blocked into the corner. Othman gets elbowed in the head. Kinda, or shouldered. No penalty called there. Schneider back up top of the point. Long shot by Radish blocked into the corner. Ahead now. Barzal shooting it back in from center. Almost 5 minutes of the second period inside of UBS Arena. Still no score change. Right now in the Columbus-Philadelphia game, it's now 2-1 in favor of the Blue Jackets. And it's pinned along the wall here. Fighting for that puck, and Gavrikov can't clear it out of the zone just yet as it was held in by Pollock. Now the zone still. And finally the Rangers get it out to center ice. More than 5 minutes into the second period. Schaefer behind his own cage. Basically no shots here in the second period. Some for the Rangers. Around 2. Islanders have not had a shot on goal here in the opening 5.5 minutes of this second period. Moved ahead here by Miller to Zibanejad. Zibanejad on the backhand. Zibanejad into the corner. Zibanejad. Miller behind the net. JT Miller now into the corner. Feeds it back. Centering pass. Zibanejad. What a save. Riddick with the glove. Perfect setup right in the slot, and a big stop by Riddick on Mika Zibanejad. Trying to go for his 23rd of the season to tie this game up, and he couldn't. Man, what a pass by Perreault, and what a glove save there by Riddick. Great stop right there. Wow. Enormous stop right there, too, to keep the Islanders' lead alive. 2-1, the Islanders lead it. If you're just joining us, I'm Max here on the NHL and MHS. Glad you're with us here. And the hits now, 15 of 14 in favor of the New York Rangers. At one point, it was the Islanders just getting all the hits and none for the Rangers. Held in along the boards, Brodzinski. Rempe in the corner. Rempe stole it away from Soucy. Back to the point. Shot! That ripped wide. Borgen lost it along the boards as Soucy will backhand it. Gatcomb looking to clear it. Cizikas fell down. Rempe and oh no, Cizikas is hurt. Rempe might have gotten the knee there, and everyone gets at it now. Matt Rempe, the center of attention there, and Cizikas, they're calling the medical staff. This is serious. Very bad here for Cizikas with 13:48 left to go in the second period. He is down, and he has not gotten up. He's moving, but he has his head down to the ice. Mayfield and everyone getting together. Riddick and Martin on the same side of the ice. Will they have a goalie fight? No, probably not. One can wish, though. Cizikas now finally getting to his feet. That's a good sight to see. Wonder what happened here on this on the replay exactly. We did see him go down, but I'm not sure how he was down on that play there. And he's going to go down to the locker room. Or no, he's going to stay on the bench. All right. He's going to fight through the pain. That's the definition of hockey right there. Rempe. Oh, the knee to the back of the neck. As Cizikas is already falling down from the hit from Robertson. Wow. 2-1. Islanders leading it. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome you back inside of the UBS Arena. A fun fact of the day is the Dominator's birthday. The Dominik Hasek. It turns 61 today. And happy birthday to Dominik Hasek. Goaltender for the Buffalo Sabres and won a cup with the Detroit Red Wings twice in that span. And from 2001, I believe, 2001, 2002 to around 08, 09. I think we retired after 08 when he won the Stanley Cup. So, happy birthday to Dominik Hasek. The face-off one here in the Islanders clear it. Schneider backhands it back. Gavrikov will move it ahead. No icing. Riddick out to play it. Riddick leaves it on the platter for Tony DeAngelo. Not out of the zone just yet. Popped free. Rangers have possession, though. Schneider will be forced into the corners. Palat is just trying to drive the play here. Man, what a good play. Held at the point, though, by Pelech. Palat tries to feed it across. That deflected off of the stick of Cooley. And forced back out to center and back into the Islanders zone. Tony DeAngelo. Approaching that halfway point of the game. Zibanejad strips that pass and clears it out to center ice. Shot back in by Bo Horvat. Gavrikov uses the boards to feed it for Schneider. Schneider reverses in his own zone. Back for Miller, who will move it ahead. That was poke checked away again. JT Miller cannot hold on to a puck tonight. Unless he passes a great pass to Zibanejad, which was that power play goal. Schaefer will move it ahead. Schaefer right in the middle. Intercepted by Perreault, and the other way comes the Rangers. Zibanejad lost it. He fell down. Duclair now. Reverses back, and Schaefer back for Duclair again. Anthony Duclair through center. Poke checked away, and Othman the other way. Forced it back into the Islanders zone as it goes into the corner. Pulock will rim it all the way around for Schaefer. Schaefer, a stretch pass ahead. That'll be an icing here on the Islanders. 12:07 to go. 15-10. The shots favoring the Islanders still, but they have not had a shot here in this. They've had a couple of shots here in the second period, I think. They had around 2, maybe. That early chance in the second, but ever since that point, it's just been, going back and forth, and there's not really much here in the game. Yeah, it's kind of slowed down. Schaefer rimmed it all the way around for Pulock. Pulock ahead. Right to the middle, Drouin lost it. And Vakanainen will move it ahead for Laba. Backhand pass right to the middle for Cooley. Cooley re-enters. Laba's in the middle, shot wide of the net by Cooley. Laba was wanting that pass and he never got it. Morrow has the puck in his own zone. Swung behind the net, and that's shot back in by Scott Morrow. Played by Riddick. Along the board, Soucy trying to get it out of the zone. Blocked away, but then moved ahead here by Holmstrom. Ahead now for Pajot. Robertson pressuring Pajot. Rid him off the play there with a check as he finished his check along the boards. Lee was trying to get it. Anders Lee fell down. It was Borgen, pardon me, shot. Blocked into the corner and out of play. 11:14 left to go here in the second period. 15-10. Still the shots in favor of the New York Islanders. Forgot to have our special announcement on the first intermission, so y'all get it on the second intermission. So yes, tune in for the second intermission report. We'll give you the announcement of what's going to happen here on the MHS Network. 2-1 Islanders leading it still here in the game. There's Carson Soucy wearing the number 4. On my lineup sheet, he's wearing 24. That was his old number back in New York. That's Scott Mayfield's number, though. Cizikas trying to get it out of the zone, or trying to hold in the zone, pardon me. McLean behind the net. McLean on the backhand. McLean to the front of the net. Got tripped up. No penalty. Soucy plays it across. It's a delayed penalty. It was a penalty. Soucy, a shot! Deflected on goal and a save made. Cizikas, delayed penalty coming up to the Rangers. Dropped off here. There's Soucy. Soucy gets it. Soucy, the shot! It goes to the top of the crease. Barzal got taken down from behind. This might be 2 penalties. Barzal, high slot, Barzal. Barzal waits, Barzal. McLean holds on to it across. That deflected off a knee in front. Here's Barzal again. Feeds it down low. McLean shot off the side of the cage. Mayfield, now for McLean again. McLean. Rangers haven't touched up, and now they do. And now a fight breaks out all of a sudden. Oh, man. Rempe and everyone goes down. And the whole crowd just got up in an instant. Out of nowhere, and Rempe's at the bottom of the pile. What is happening? You expected this, though. It had to be a physical. It had to be this kind of game. The Battle of New York never disappoints. Delayed penalties still. We're going to figure out what the penalties are. McLean and Rempe were down as they were trying to start a fight there. Rangers frustrated. What's going to be the penalties here? That's my question. This is going to be, if they call additional penalties here, from what I see here, they're calling a 5-on-3 here for the Islanders power play. A full 2-minute Islanders 5-on-3 power play. That seems what the call is going to be. Matt Rempe in the box, and then the original penalty in Carrick. I think this is going to be a 5-on-3 power play. So a huge opportunity here if it is a 5-on-3 power play for the New York Islanders. Let's hear right here. Let me see. 2 minutes for tripping and then cross-checking. Then instigator, and this is going to be a 5-on-3 power play, I believe. Zibanejad wants an explanation. No, it's going to be a 5-on-4 now. Okay, it was 5-on-3 originally. Now it's a 5-on-4. I'm looking on the NHL.com website. And Barzal fell down right there. And, it's going to be a penalty on the Rangers anyways. So then, kind of a late hit there on Gatcomb. That's what started this thing. And that's why Rempe's in the box. He kind of just took his frustrations out. That's been the frustration for the New York Rangers. They have been frustrated this whole season. Power play for the Islanders tonight is 1 for 2. 2 shots on net. One was to get the goal. They're figuring out the penalties here. I'm not sure what they're doing over the time or something. The times keeper, penalty keeper, stats keeper, trying to figure it out, and he's writing on one of those old yellow notepads. 2-1 Islanders, and we're going to have a power play here for the... It's going to be a 5-on-3. I was right. NHL.com is crazy. 5-on-3 advantage here for the Islanders, and the face-off is going to be reversed back. They're going to reset the clock back to 10:19. So tripping and Carrick, boarding by Rempe, and cross-checking by Carrick. Carrick picked up 2 penalties on that delayed goal. Here's Schaefer. Plays it across. Horvat is parked in front of the net. Here's Schaefer. Schaefer. Cizikas down low, or Heineman, pardon me. Centering pass in front, and that could not go. Schaefer will go back for the puck. 5-on-3. Man advantage. A huge moment here in the game just halfway through. Horvat carries it in. Horvat on the perimeter. Leaves it. Barzal back for Schaefer. Barzal in the circle. Barzal holds on to it patiently. Schaefer. You got to move it around here. Schaefer across. One-timer by Heineman. Save made. It might hit the post. Barzal lost his balance, and the Rangers look to clear it, and they will down the length of the ice. A bouncing puck on Riddick. You never know. Schaefer back in. Schaefer across. Power play still going here. Heineman back for Schaefer. 50 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 man advantage. Barzal. High slot. Barzal drifts. Heineman to Schaefer. Back for Heineman again. Back for Schaefer to Heineman. Shot. Blocked into the corner by Robertson. He looks to clear it. Trocheck couldn't get there. Into the middle. Barzal. Nice move. Barzal dropped it for Schaefer. Even mishandled the pass. Schaefer for Barzal. Back for Schaefer again. Barzal. Schaefer. Shot. Save made. Barzal. Schaefer. Heineman's loading up that one-timer. Schaefer. Couldn't get that one-timer by Horvat. Horvat to Schaefer. Schaefer holds on to it. Barzal, 5-on-3 about to expire here. Schaefer and Barzal switch places. Across, that pass deflected. Horvat, still a power play here. Into the corner, Duclair. Centered shot, save by Martin. And nothing on the 5-on-3, but still a 5-on-4 advantage here for the Islanders due to the extra penalties. And some chances here for the Islanders. This chance right blocked maybe by his own man Duclair. Barzal, this chance from the circle. Easily saved there by Martin. They're going to need a really huge penalty kill here, the New York Rangers, to kill off this penalty and still make this a 2-1 game. You keep it at a 2-1 game. Face-off 1. Tony DeAngelo, the shot. Blocked into the corner. Cooley uses the boards. He slaps it all the way around. Not out of the zone just yet. Holmstrom holds it in. Holmstrom along the boards. Sanders Lee has it at the side of the cage. Holmstrom along the boards. In that other circle is Pulock. Shot! That deflected wide. To the point, held in into the middle. Duclair. Holmstrom along the boards. Back for DeAngelo. Shot deflected down to the corner. Pulock trying to get it. Tied up along the boards. Cooley picks it up. Cooley will take it. And he'll fire it down the length of the ice. Islanders with 5 shots here on this power play, I believe. DeAngelo moves it ahead. Less than a minute to go on this power play for the Islanders. Barzal ahead, Holmstrom. Horvat dropped it off. Tony DeAngelo. Here's Barzal drifting. Barzal feeds it back. DeAngelo. Between his legs, it's Barzal again in the circle. Barzal into the middle. Horvat can receive the pass cleanly. And DeAngelo holds it in. Down low. Shot, score! Barzal on a one-timer. It's 3-1 Islanders. A power play goal. And finally, they score on the power play, and it's a 2-goal lead restored. Anders lead, feeding it back, and Horvat across the pass by Holmstrom to Barzal, the one-timer. And the Islanders with a 3-1 lead on a power play goal. No chance for Martin. 6:48 to go, and the Rangers down by 2. Cizikas along the boards. So the 2-goal lead restored here by the Islanders. Deflected up in the air, knocked down here. Into the middle. Morrow, the shot blocked. Morrow trying to get it again. Flipped up and out to center. Cizikas dropped it off into the middle. Here's a catch. Gatcomb and a save made. And the Rangers will move it ahead. Lava ahead now. And that's out of the reach of Othman. Cizikas, he almost had a man cutting in McLean. McLean centered. Gatcomb, the shot, save, rebound shot, score! Pajot makes it 4-1. The play along the boards by McLean. What a play. Gatcomb with a great opportunity. He was stuck in the pads. Pajot was free. Slides it through in the little hole between the ice and the pad. And he slides it home for a 4-1 Islanders lead. 2 quick goals to make it a 3-goal lead. Huge goal for the Islanders right there, and they're up 4-1. And a burst of offense all of a sudden for the New York Islanders. 11th goal of the season for Pajot. Rangers trying to get back here on this shift right here as they have offensive zone time. Almost a turnover by Cooley at the blue line. Cooley gets it again. The shot deflected on goal and a save made by Riddick. 5:41 to go. Second period. The Islanders, a power play goal by Barzal. That's his 13th of the season. But then Pajot made it 4-1. 2 quick ones. The Islanders up by 3, their biggest lead of the night. Welcome you back, everybody, inside of the UBS Arena. 5:41 left to go. 4-1 Islanders. A shot to 22-10. Islanders 2 for 5 on the power play. Palat, Holmstrom, Barzell, and Pajot with the goals. Zibanejad, the only one for the Rangers. And a 4-1 lead here for the Islanders. And that power play goal gave the momentum, and Pajot, the latest goal scorer. And now the shot's at 23-11. It is unreal what we've seen here. JT Miller behind the net. Zibanejad parked in front. Miller lost it along the boards. 11th goal of the season. Gatcomb and McLean with the assists, and a 4-1 Islanders lead. Horvat lost it. Zibanejad has it at center. Forced back into his own zone. Palat is pressuring him. Schneider. Ahead now for Zibanejad. Splits through. Zibanejad gave it across. That one goes behind the net as it hit the glass. Rimmed all the way around as Miller couldn't get it. Pulock along the boards lost it. Perreault trying to get it. Miller trying to chip it free, and instead it's moved ahead here by Bo Horvat. 9:53 of ozone time here for the Islanders. Less than 5 minutes for the Rangers. But some of that ozone time have been power plays for the New York Islanders. That went up in the air, shot back in. The shots in this period are 9-4 in favor of the Islanders. First period was 14-7 in favor of the Islanders as well. Score! That was forced home by Taylor Radish, and the Rangers get a bad one there, and it's a 4-2 game. His 8th goal of the season, and that's what the Rangers need right now to get back in this one. And that one's just not so good by Riddick. Didn't even realize it went in. He looked behind him. He was like, oh, wow, I let that one in. A bouncing, yeah, that's just, eesh. That is a bad one. Slides through, but that's the break the Rangers need right now. 2 goals on 12 shots on Riddick. And it's back to a 2-goal game again. Maybe if the Rangers can get one more here in this period, we could have a game again. Barzell. Ahead now. Played along the board, shot back in by Martin. Almost gave it up to the blue line. The shot blocked away by Martin. Ahead now is Trocheck. Lost it on the entry. Pelech across. And it's played here by Othman, who shoots it back in. To the corner. And it played back out to center ice. Vakanainen has the puck now in his own zone with less than 3.5 to go here in the second period. Taylor Radish, his 8th goal of the season. Laba in Borgen with the assist at 15:40. Gets the Rangers within 2. Fed back to the point. Long shot by Vakanainen, blocked on the way through. Radish feeds it back for Vakanainen again. Radish along the boards. Rangers looking to make it 1-goal game. Shot, blocked on the way through. Laba couldn't get it. Radish tries to hold it in, and he couldn't. Gatcomb will shoot it back in. Suzuki is pursuing. Morrow right there with the puck. Less than 3 to go. Vakanainen, 4-2. Islanders leading it. Shot back in by Radish. Schaefer along the wall. Lee will move it ahead. He'll drop it off for Susi. That'll be no icing. Waved off by the linesman. 2.5 to go here in the second period. Lee behind the net. Lee holds on to the puck. Feeds it back up top to the point. Here's Matthew Schaefer now. Schaefer gets through his man Perreault. Schaefer feeds it for Holmstrom in the opposite corner. Lee's in the middle. Lee gets it now. Anders Lee, the shot, save made. Martin. Anders Lee on the rebound. Goes behind the net. Pajot parked in front of the net. Schaefer again. Schaefer on the backhand. Schaefer still with the puck at the blue line. Feeds it into the high slot. No one was there to get the puck. Back to the point again, held in by Pulock. Intercepted, though, by Schneider. Pardon me. That might have been Schneider. What was that? Gavrikov, pardon me. Zibanejad along the boards. Perreault. 1:40 to go. So where the Rangers got they're close to getting that first goal of the game on the power play. Borgen behind the net. They had to come back against Boston, down 3-2, to force that game into overtime. Could this be the same case as Riddick has let in some kind of soft ones? That one is stopped by Riddick with 1:24 to go, and a face-off inside the Islanders' zone. (4-2), the Islanders lead in it, and we'll have our second intermission report coming up next. 1:24 to go here on Long Island. We'll be back. Islanders with a 2-goal advantage. Welcome you back, everybody, with a minute and 24 left to go here in the middle frame of this game between the Islanders and the Rangers. The Islanders with the 2-goal advantage here in this one. We'll have our intermission report coming up next. Special announcement regarding the MHS network and what we're going to do here, potentially weekly, by 2 weeks, or for special events, we'll have some shorter episodes. Oh, that's a hint of what we're going to announce soon. So tune in, everybody. For our intermission report for the announcement. Martin along the boards. Can't get it out of the zone just yet. Trocheck. Borgen behind the net. Lafreniere trying to clear it. Couldn't. 1:05 to go here in the second period. Robertson along the wall. Held in by Horvat. Horvat along the boards. Spins away from pressure. Horvat looks to center one. Heineman's in front of the net. Held in for just a moment. Here's Palat, down low, Pelech into the slot. What a goal! Heineman! 5-2 Islanders. What a setup. 46.6 to go. It's 5-2 Islanders. Wow. What a play there by Pelech, and another man open in that high slot area, and Borgen loses his man again. Borgen gets burnt again here in the game. Wow. And the Islanders with a huge goal going into the third period made it a 5-2 game. Shot over the net, might have the crossbar for the Rangers. Oh, that was close with 38.3 left to go. Now, the crazy thing would be if the Rangers would get one quickly here as well. Face-off one here as it's Radish feeding it back up top to the point. Schneider along the boards. Give and go here. The Rangers trying to make it a 5-3 game. It's cleared down the length of the ice. Will it be enough for icing? It will not be enough for icing. Schneider reverses it back for Gavrikov. 15 to go here in the middle frame. Miller trying to get it. Heineman with his 15th of the season. Pelech and Palat with the assists. Time winding down here in the second period. The Islanders with a 5-2 lead after 40. A comfortable lead, but still some work done because the Rangers will not go away for sure going into this final frame. We'll be right back. Special announcement, intermission report. We'll be back. Welcome you back to the intermission report. It's a 5-2 lead for the New York Islanders over the New York Rangers after 40. 28-13, the shots favoring the Islanders. The shots in the period were 14-6. The Islanders got the same amount of shots that they get in the first period, and the Rangers got one less. Barzal on the power play, 13-12. This was after the 5-on-3, full 2 minutes. They basically had two power plays, one on the 5-on-3 and one a regular 5-on-4. Great passing play right there. Barzal gets the goal and makes it a 3-1 Islanders lead. And then 47 seconds later, a battle along the boards. Great play here. And a great chance. And then the great goal right there. Wow. This is Gatcombe was looked like he was going to score on that first opportunity, but he could not. McLean with a hard work along the boards and getting away from Robertson and muscling his way through and getting that pass to him was unbelievable. Pajot on the rebound gets the goal, 11th of the season for John Gabriel Pajot. Radish next up for the Rangers, and at 15:42 got the goal. And as you can see, it was basically a nothing play. Let's all be honest. It was a nothing play. It was just side of the cage, sneaks in. Riddick could not stop that one. So 4-2, maybe some life here for the Rangers. Maybe is what was the key word. Just offensive zone face pressure here. Cooley had a chance to clear it, he couldn't, and then he gets burned for it. As Heineman puts it home from the slot. Palant gets, Borgen gets burned once again defensively. And it's a 5-2 Islanders lead. Heineman's 15th of the season. Pellick and Palant with the assists. And a 5-2 lead. And these two teams play tomorrow in Madison Square Garden, a home-to-home matchup. And this is going to be very interesting what we're going to see tomorrow night, obviously, on this home-to-home stand. Let's talk about the big announcement coming up on the MHS Network. We are debuting a brand new show called Max Out Sports. We'll cover every sport, kind of like a sports center, kind of like segments of other shows, but put our own twist to it. First episode hopefully will be out on Friday. These are pre-recorded, by the way, so if we don't get highlights of the games that were on that day or what were on the day that is uploaded, this is pre-recorded, and we can't do it live, obviously. And, we are hoping to debut it on Friday, and it could be around an hour-long episode. It will premiere on primetime at 7 o'clock p.m. Central, hopefully, as still got some work to do for the episode, but a lot of segments. Give you some names of some of the segments. Worst Take, Hockey Central, other stuff, Aaron's Minute, and have a lot of guests and a lot of people that help me out on this. I'm just giving a moment to be thankful and appreciate and just say thank you for helping me out on that. And hopefully it turns out to be a good product, and I hope the people that are watching this stream, hopefully you tuned in for the episode coming out on Friday. Maxed Out Sports, this premiere episode, we coming out Friday here on the MHS Network. So we'll be back, everybody. Do a little bit of a recap around the National Hockey League. And third period coming up next. We'll be back. Welcome you back for the intermission report, and third period about to come up in just a few moments. Let's go over some few things first. Andre Palat has 2 points in this game, a goal and an assist. Maxim Sitlikov, who got traded in that trade, I believe, had the exact same stat line with the club this season in 27 games. Unreal. Let's go over the scores real quickly around the National Hockey League, and then we'll switch back to the scoreboard here. And we're already going to do that anyways. All right. 3-1 Blue Jackets power play for the Flyers coming up. Barzal, Pajot, Radish, and Heineman all scored in the second period. 1-0 Senators of the Avalanche. 15-5 the shots favoring the Ottawa Senators. Nick Cousins with the goal, 7th of the season. And a 3-1 Blue Jackets lead. Good Branson with a goal. Marchenko with a goal to extend their lead. We go over the scoring from the first period, Konechny and Coyle. And so, yeah, those are all the scores around the National Hockey League as of the moment. And, yeah, the third period is coming up next in just a few moments. We'll be back, everybody. We welcome you back inside of the UBS Arena here inside in New York. The Islanders with a 5-2 lead over the New York Rangers. The Rangers will need a comeback here. They had a comeback in their last game. It was just a 1-goal comeback, but still a comeback. Won it 4-3 in overtime against the Boston Bruins on Monday. They're going to need a big third period of scoring and keep the puck out of the net. Welcome you back inside as Max, if you're just tuning in with us, Holmstrom in the game. A goal, 2 assists, 3 points in the game, 14 shifts, 10.5 minutes worth of ice time for him. So he has had a very good game in this one. 20 minutes back on the clock, the last 20 minutes in the third period. And there is Palat out there. 2-point night for him. And he's had a very good game. A lot of Islanders have had very good games here. For the New York Rangers, they're going to need a very big push, and they're going to need a goal quickly. I think they'd need a goal really in this opening minute or 2 or 3. They need to get something quickly here in this third period to try to get them at least within 2 and then build from that. Zibanejad in his own zone. And Perreault can't get it out of the zone. Palat holds it in. Palat feeds it across into the middle. And it was deflected wide. Perreault will move it ahead. Was Zibanejad in the middle. Goes into the corner as Miller will get it. Gavrikov trying to get it now along the boards. Miller fishes it free. Perreault just had it in the skates. And potentially a rush here for Horvat, and he almost maybe could have gone to the break if he had a little bit more gas in the tank. Gavrikov will move it ahead as it's shot back in from the blue line. Riddick, now D'Angelo, plays it off the boards for Soucy. Back for D'Angelo once again. And flipped out to center, knocked down, and there goes one of the Rangers down to the ice. It just fell by himself. Flipped back in by Pelech. To the corner, Borgen. Lost it along the boards. Borgen trying to get it now. Duclair off the side of the cage. D'Angelo along the boards. Shot from the point. Save made Martin. Borgen trying to move it ahead here, and he couldn't. That was offside of the line, or else it would have been a 2-on-1 for the Islanders, and Barzal would have had a golden opportunity to get goal number 6 of the game for the Islanders. But Palat has played a very good game and a very good impression here for the Islanders, obviously making the trade in a 2-point game. It's been kind of slow productively in this season, and now at 12 points, ends tonight with 10 points. An assist and a goal tonight. Pajot and Laba, never mind, Laba gets kicked out of the face-off. Othman will take his place. Face-off one here by the Islanders as Mayfield will shoot it back in. Morrow behind the net, plays it off the boards, out to center. And deflected back in by Laba. Othman lost it as it's played around the boards by Pajot. Ahead now. Soucy, Pajot, cross-ice feed. They got a man cutting in front of the net, and Holmstrom. Holmstrom gets it in the corner now. Lee feeds it back up top to the point. Mayfield slings it around. Holmstrom in front. Couldn't get the puck. And it's cleared out to center. Mayfield, up in the air it goes. Where's the puck? It gets knocked down right there. And the Rangers going for a change here. They got some fresh bodies on the ice as it's shot back in from the red line. D'Angelo trying to get it. Brodzinski. The head now for Gatcomb. Gatcomb the other way. Got through pressure. Got through 2 Rangers. Gatcomb. Cizikas let it go. D'Angelo the shot. Deflected. Where's the puck? It goes into the far corner. Instead, McLean holds it in. McLean. Cizikas in the corner. Rimmed all the way around. It goes into the corner. And cleared out by the Rangers as they'll move it ahead. Matt Rempe sends that into the seats as he was trying to dump it in deep into the Islanders zone. 17:09 left to go. Third period in a 5-2 Islanders lead. Here at UBS Arena, these two teams play tomorrow at Madison Square Garden. Can the Rangers pull off an upset here? That's the question. The shots are 30-13, but they've been sneakily in this. They've been sneakily still in the game, but they really don't deserve to be in this game for sure. They've been outmatched offensively, defensively. It is just not a very good game here. Nice move there as Horvat feeds it back up top. Schaefer the shot. That goes wide of the net. Pulock. Horvat shot. Save from a tough angle on Martin. With 16:48 left to go. Probably the question is, probably the plan here is that they're probably going to play Jonathan Quick tomorrow. Matt Rempe arguing at the bench. Here we go. We might get something at the end of the game, and Pajot was laughing. Rempe and Pajot. Matt Rempe, third season, 6'9". He is a tall individual. The tallest player we've seen in a long time, too, since Chara. Face-off one here. D'Angelo feeds it across. As a shot from the point by Soucy went wide. Schneider behind the net. Schneider's still behind the net. Now Gavrikov will move it ahead. Intercepted by D'Angelo, and they'll have to restart once again in the zone entry, or zone exit. Here's Gavrikov. Denied again as it's a turnover. Onside shot. Drouin missed the net on a 2-on-1. Schneider We'll move it ahead out of the reach of Will Cooley. Nothing connecting here, nothing going right here for the New York Rangers here in this third period. The Islanders have just suffocated the lives out of them. Maybe just preparing for tomorrow. And the Rangers and the Islanders playing at the Madison Square Garden in the Big Apple. A drop pass here by Drouin into the middle. Broken up. Perreault will move it ahead. Gabe Perreault back in on side. Gabe Perreault feeds it across. Long shot from the boards. Deflected on goal. Loose puck in front. Wide of the net. Zibanejad tries to center one. Miller was there and he couldn't get it. The other way come the Islanders. 2-on-1 potentially. Not 2-on-2. Now the rush just dies down as Barzal could never hold on to the puck. Barzal dropped it off to the point. Held in by Pulock. Barzal is looking. Feeds it cross ice. Duclair in his skates. Pulock back for Duclair again. The shot. Wide of the net. Barzal with the puck. Feeds it deep into the corner. Anders Lee. Duclair. Centering pass. Off of sticks. Zibanejad will move it ahead. Reverse back. Now he'll move it the opposite side. As it's feed into the corner, Radish. Radish lost it along the wall. And Anders Lee will almost make a pass there, but it's intercepted by Laba. Cross, and the pass picked off nicely there by Anders Lee, who made the turnover happen, but then he recovered it. Or else that would have been a chance there for Radish. Shot back in by Mayfield. Morrow along the wall. Anders Lee trying to get it free. He does. Fed back to the point. Soucy. Mayfield the shot. Save made. The chance there by Martin. And he makes a save there. 14:06 left to go here in the third period. In a 5-2. Islanders lead. Nothing's changed. All the scoring coming from the first and the second period. 3 goals by the Islanders in the second period. 1 for the Rangers in each period in this game. Riddick in his last 7, 2-4-1. In his first 14, he was 9-3-2. He's trying to get on the winning side of things now. And right now, he has a comfortable lead to work with here. Soucy from the boards, deflected in front. It was loose on the top of the crease. And cleared by the Rangers. Soucy. Rempe pursuing him. And here's Carson Soucy moving it ahead. Touch pass did not go well there. And Rempe lost it. He'll ice it. 13:43 left to go. Give you an update around the National Hockey League with scores. Let's see what is happening around the National Hockey League. 3-1 Columbus still. Parker Kelly tied it in Ottawa, but just 17 seconds later, Ottawa gets the goal right back, and they're up 2-1 over the Colorado Avalanche in Ottawa. 13:43 to go. 32-13. The shots favoring the Islanders. And Gavrikov will try to get it here. No, my stream froze. No, that's great. Hold on. Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. Third period is in the Rangers zone. Given around the boards, and Carrick, Schneider. Along the boards, Rempe can't get it out just yet. Now it is forced out. Shot back in by the Islanders on the back end. Gavrikov, McLean now lost it. Schneider. Fazekas now. Lost it along the boards. Is held in by Pulock and then forced back out to center. 4 shots for the Islanders in the period, none for the Rangers. Centering pass at the side of the cage. Did not go in. Will Cooley. Rangers are going to need something here. This is the exact opposite of what they need here. They have no shots. Approaching the halfway point of this period. Centering pass. Trocheck in front. Lafreniere. That pass is picked off, but he still has the puck. He tripped up. Penalty upcoming. It's going against the Islanders. The power play for the Rangers will get an opportunity to make it a game again. 12:32 left to go. And Barzal to the box. Or Horvat, pardon me. And the Rangers will go to the power play when we return. 12:32 to go. Welcome you back, everybody. The Rangers going to the power play. Games played, young defensemen this season for the Islanders: Travis Mitchell, Marsha Warren, Cole McWard, and Isaiah George. They're not in the lineup here tonight, obviously, but they have had some switches here, obviously defensively, for the New York Islanders throughout the course of the season, and due to injuries or just feeling like it, like Patrick Waugh. Patrick Waugh is an interesting head coach, and knowing him, he makes some just decisions just to make decisions sometimes. Rangers going to go to the power play here, as the score right now inside the UBS Arena is 5-2. And sitting in the box is Bo Horvat. I believe a tripping call, and the Islanders to the penalty kill. Gavrikov has it at the blue line. This is a must score here if you're the New York Rangers trying to make a comeback. Along the boards is Miller. Miller with the puck, centering pass off the side of the cage. Instead, Gavrikov holds it in for a moment, but then Cizikas clears it down the length of the ice. Rangers 1 for 1 tonight on the power play. 2 shots on it. Shots right now 33-14 in the game. Very lopsided in favor of the Islanders. Zibanejad has a man cutting in Miller. Couldn't receive it to him, and a 2-on-1 the other way, short-handed. Here's Pajot. Pajot across, and that couldn't go. The other way come the Rangers, looking to counter. Trocheck lost it again. He has played awful here in the game. Holmstrom in shot. Blocked on the way through. Zibanejad clears it. Miller patiently plays it back for Gavrikov. Shot back in from the red line. Played by Riddick off his skate, and what's the whistle? It's a whistle. 11:29 to go. No one don't know what happened. Just a random whistle. This is Pajot, short-handed, trying to pass it to Holmstrom. Ew. I think Gavrikov may have gotten his stick on that. No, it was Alexei Lafreniere who got the stick on that deflected that. Or else that probably is a 6-2 lead and a short-handed goal. Face-off outside of the Islander zone. And still a power play. Oh, no, it's inside the Islander zone. I don't wonder why it was that they whistled the play down then. I'm not sure. Laba along the boards, and hustling to get there is Morrow, who holds it in. Some players say it was offside, but the linesman got the great view of that. And Cizikas clears it down the length of the ice once again. 40 seconds to go here on the power play for the Rangers. 11 minutes to go. Third period. Cooley lost it and cleared down the length of the ice once again by the Islanders. A perfect penalty kill so far. Ahead now. That's deflected. No icing, and again, Cooley will hold it along the wall, held in at the point by Morrow across. Cooley's in the middle. That the puck deflected off the netting, and it's considered out of play with 10:40 to go. Sticks in the lane there, and just frustration here by the New York Rangers. And now you can see why the New York Rangers are where they're at in the season. Not a very good spot and not a very good team. This season, at least. It's just, this is not their year. And everything has gone wrong for them. And it looks like Artemi Panarin will be leaving New York as well. So, he's going to be out for the rest of the games before the Olympic break, unless a trade happens, and a blockbuster trade happens. 8 seconds to go on the power play here for the Rangers. And 33-14, the shots favoring the Islanders. Trocheck, face-off one here. It's a Benajad across, one-timer wide. Held in at the point by Robertson. Trocheck, Robertson the shot, deflected wide. Power play is now over. The other way come the Islanders. They got Horvat on that far side. Rolled on Martin, played the puck. Wow. Heineman lost it. Centering pass, that could not go. Goes back to the point. Held in by DeAngelo, the shot. Wide of the net. Rebound loose in front. Borgen lost it. Borgen ahead now for Trocheck. Dumped back in with half a period to go in the third period. Yeah, it's an icing, actually. 10:03 to go. He was on the wrong side of the blue line, or red line. .10:03 to go, third period. 5-2, the Islanders leading it. And there's Patrick Waugh, pretty content so far. Just trying to close out the game, though, obviously. Still time for the Rangers to get 3. But with this lack of offense that they've had and that atrocious power play that we just watched, this is looking pretty bleak for their comeback, and they're probably just focusing on tomorrow night. Some chirping, and you gotta know. And pardon me, everybody. And we're back into play again. Back in onside, Drouin, Duclair feeds it across. That was intercepted. Lob the other way. Across, Radish dumps it back in from the blue line. Into the corner. Duclair trying to get it. Othman. Along the boards, Radish. Along the boards, Laba trying to get it back. DeAngelo. Right to the middle, Duclair. Duclair is back in. Dropped it off. Across it goes for DeAngelo. Touch pass into the middle, Schaefer. DeAngelo gets it back again. Barzell. DeAngelo. Open room shot. And that hit the goalpost. Tony DeAngelo right off the post. Oh, man. He was just super open right there. And defensively, the Rangers are getting caught. Tony DeAngelo taking his sweet time. Gives it to Schaefer. No icing. This is deflected. Played by Martin. Out of the zone. Stretch pass ahead here for Rempe. Rempe behind the net. Rangers trying to get something here. Late in the game. Shot. Deflects. Out of play. 8:42 to go. Third period. 5-2. Islanders leading it. We'll be back. And we welcome you back, everybody. 5-2 Rangers. Rangers just not doing well. 5-2 Islanders here in this one, and a pretty not good performance here by the Rangers offensively. They have not even reached 20 shots yet in the game. 8:42 to go. They will need 3 if they want to force this one to overtime and get a point. Points are pretty crucial for them. If the Islanders win, they will tie Pittsburgh with points. Right now, they're at 61. They would tie with Pittsburgh with 63, and I believe Pittsburgh plays tomorrow. But the Islanders also have a chance to jump over Pittsburgh if they lose tomorrow, and the Islanders get another win against these Rangers. Holmstrom the other way, dropped it for Pajot. Pajot into the middle, Holmstrom lost along the boards. Played into the corner. Pajot held in. Pollock, the shot, deflected wide. Andersley in the corner. And Miller will move it ahead for Zibanejad. Zibanejad ahead for Miller. Offside. Just nothing going for the New York Rangers right now. It is just not even a game. It is just passing the... What the Islanders are just doing here. It's just killing off this time because they know they have a 3-goal lead. In their minds, they're saying, we can't blow this right now. So let's just close this out and just make simple plays and just kill off the time remaining here in the third period. That one hits something. 8:01 to go and we get another whistle. On Saturday, hopefully, before maybe it gets rescheduled or not, maybe it gets removed to another channel. But the Avalanche Red Wings on January 31st, MHS broadcast, the rivalry is very good. The rivalry's always been good, so it'll be a pretty good matchup when the Red Wings are doing pretty good this season, and the Colorado Avalanche as well. Avalanche, the best team in the National Hockey League in the standings. Shot from the point was blocked. Flipped ahead here into the corner. Along the wall. It was fought for. Gatcomb trying to get it free. And Cizikas played line. Nothing called there. As it's Mayfield playing it across for Soucy. Back for Mayfield once again. Scott Mayfield forced it back into the Rangers zone. Vakanainen ahead now for Cooley. Has some trouble with it. Vakanainen. Cooley the other way. Off his stick. Lost it. Panarin out of the lineup, obviously. Shot save made. He is probably going to get traded before that Olympic freeze of rosters. Lafreniere holds onto the puck, dropped it. Trocheck has not been able to handle puck here in the game. Cooley along the boards. Feeds it back up top to the point. Long shot blocked on the way through. Loose puck at the side of the cage. Bouncing puck still. Lafreniere trying to get to the loose puck. You have not seen any of the superstars for the Rangers. Have not done much in this game. You've rarely seen Trocheck. You've rarely noticed Lafreniere. Zibanejad is the only one that seems like he has done something. And Gabe Perreault has been very good in this game. At least one of the better players for the New York Rangers in this one. Schaefer ahead now. And it's dumped back into the Rangers zone. 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Bounced right in front. Across it goes into the skates. Shot from the point. Blocked on the way through by Perreault. As it's played behind the net here by Drouin. Schneider plays it off the boards. Way out of the reach of Gabe Perreault. It will be another icing with 5:47 to go. 35-15. The shots favoring the New York Islanders. It has been such a lopsided game, and I think will really push the Islanders to this potential victory here. There's still 5:47, obviously. You can't call it a victory till it's over. But the real changing point in this game was that power play, where the Rangers took 3 penalties on one shift. Rempe and then 2 on Carrick. Zibanejad's been been pretty bad on the face-off dot. Drouin won the draw, shouldered away there by Martin. Mayfield around it goes for Drouin. Feeds it back, Soucy. Mayfield feeds it low, Barzell, high slot. Soucy the drive. That one stopped by Martin. Duclair lost it, and now Miller will move it ahead for Schneider. Schneider across for Miller. Lost it. That one's stolen away there, and Schneider plays it back for Vakanainen. Back for Schneider again. Schneider ahead now for Laba. Lost it. By the way, come the Islanders, and Anders Lee forcing it in deep. Schneider now. They'll move it ahead, the Rangers. Othman lost it. Played back in the Islanders zone with less than 5 minutes to go. Here in the third period, a 5-2 Islanders lead. Tony DeAngelo feeds that one across. Pajot, a drop pass again. Pajot trying to receive the pass again. Couldn't. Holmstrom trying to poke it away there, and Othman will move it ahead. Shot back in by Laba, who will get a line change as the Rangers 4.5 minutes away from suffering another defeat in 2 wins in their last potential 11 games. This would be another loss. This would be their 9th loss in 11. Rempe gets taken down along the boards, and the Islanders regain possession once again. Time just ticking off the hourglass here inside of the UBS Arena. Some fans heading to the exits because, man, the Rangers have not had much of a push here in the third period. And the Islanders have just been content to just dump that puck in, maybe do some ozone possession time, and then kill off for more time on the clock. Shot back in from the red line. Lafreniere rimmed it around. No one's at the point here. Late change by the Rangers. Vakanainen ahead now. Lafreniere tied up along the boards by Schaefer. Fed back for Vakanainen. The shot deflected wide. And a played along the board, centering pass. That gets knocked away. Schaefer. And Gatcomb. Or, pardon me, that was not Gatcomb. That was Palat. I don't know what I was saying there. Fed back for Vakanainen. Fed into the corner. 5-2. Islanders leading it. They have done such a great job tonight. Schaefer cleared it out of the zone. Oh, no, it's not out of the zone just yet. Now it is. Vakanainen will go back with less than 3 minutes to go here in the third period. The decision here might be already known here inside of the building. As Miller will move it ahead. He'll drop it off. Shot wide of the net by Gavrikov. Deflects out of play. 2:43 to go. We'll take hopefully our last TV timeout. And the Islanders will have a 5-2 lead. We'll be back. Welcome you back inside the UBS Arena. Wednesday Night Rivalry here on NHL and MHS. 5-2, the Islanders leading it with 2:43 remaining here in the third period. I'm Max, glad you're with us here. Glad you have tuned in with us, obviously, here inside the arena. And if you're listening on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support. And we'll be doing coverage, Stanley Cup playoffs, Olympics as well, and all more. Shot deflected down. Miller. Zibanejad along the boards. Mika Zibanejad trying to get it free. He does. Gavrikov. Zibanejad again. Zibanejad across. The shot from the point deflected on goal, and a save made there by Riddick, and it's cleared out to center. Back into the Rangers zone. Schneider will pick up the puck in his own zone for Gavrikov. 36-16 shots favoring the Islanders. A 20 shot difference. 2 minutes to go. Third period, and the Islanders with a pretty comfortable lead in the shots on goal in this period. 3 for the Rangers, 8 for the Islanders. Not much of a push here for the Rangers here in the late stages of the third period. Panarin in the shot. Blocked on the way through. Nice block there by Anders Lee. Soucy reverses it for Mayfield, who gets pressure from behind, trying to get it stolen away there. And again, it's played at center. It has just been back and forth for 20 minutes. Nothing much. And Anders Lee along the wall. Holmstrom will get it. And behind the net, it goes back to the point. D'Angelo fed it across. Schaefer spins away from pressure. Schaefer the shot. Down low into the corner. And Vakanainen will clear it out to center ice. D'Angelo has the puck. 1 minute to go in the third period. The Islanders with a 5-2 lead. The crowd starting to stand up here, and the Rangers fans have started to go back to the Garden as they will meet there tomorrow night. And the time will tick off here again. The Islanders are going to take both the games against the Rangers here inside of their own arena. The question is, can they take both at MSG? If the Rangers play like this, they could. Rempe tries to center one, couldn't. Carrick. Yeah, because the Rangers will need a very good effort and a very good performance if they want to get some points out of it. These are very crucial points that they are just letting up here. They might be way out of the race now with what's happening with Panarin. Final 10 seconds. Played along the boards. 4 seconds to go. Tie up along the wall. Soucy. Rempe throws a late hit at the horn. And the Islanders win it by a score of 5-2. That'll do it from us here on the NHL on MHS. Matthew Barzal, the game-winning goal on a power play. 5-2. Islanders, your final score here tonight. Good night, everybody.